Welcome to the Land Your Bet Sports Betting live show. Got 12 games on the slate here on Monday. Like I said to David, live show producer David a minute ago, I need to catch your name, but for now it's live show producer David. But either way, we were talking about how I just don't really love this slate, don't like the injury news that we have. And when you have a 12-game slate, but you have one of those games with the Nets, you've got an 11-game slate, because what are you supposed to do with a team so obviously tanking? But we are coming off a 0-0 day, because nobody in their right mind should really have been betting the Blazers and the Thunder yesterday. So it was a lot more football yesterday. Ended up only picking up 0.8 units on the day there. Noah Gray could not come through, but hopefully everybody won their football bets and is ready to take some of that money and double down and make some money here in the NBA. We've got, like I said, the 11 games, so we'll be getting right into it. As you guys are crawling in, go ahead and give that video a like. I will let you know we still do have some opportunities for you guys to jump into the VIP. First and foremost, if you are interested in doing so, you can sign up for any of the books that you see scrolling underneath me. They're also listed in the description of the video. If you do sign up for any of those books, use code LYB, and you will get all the bonus bets and all the money that they're offering there on the promo deals. Go ahead and sign up and send me a screenshot and let me know that you did that. You can do that on Twitter and Discord. It's at JLBoogie. Sign up for one of those books. Send me the screenshot showing me you did, and we will get you a free month in the VIP as we do. So the last day we did bet, had a really good day, 1.7 units up. So we're up 52.3 on the season. So for those of y'all looking for some picks, this is where you come. I do want to make clear too, there's a lot more going on in the VIP. I did set up officially the Calendly today, so it's a lot more organized for anybody who wants to get access to one-on-one sports betting consultations. And that'll be in the form of us meeting, me getting some of the looks that you guys have and how your habits, not looks, but the habits that you have and how you guys are going about sports betting, so we can kind of build some good habits here, help everybody win long term. So if you want to do that stuff, you can jump into the VIP through the link in the description of the video. And it's pretty much listed everywhere. Also got the free VIP in there for those of y'all interested. So let's get it going with some of these plays here. I'm going to do my best. I got to actually it looks like we've got the ones with two people in there, David. So I'll just go to the other one real quick, just the generic. We can just set up with that. I'm going to start sharing my screen, and we'll go that route real quick. Totally all good. All right, I'm going to add that to the stage. So we are going to be using Props Madness. If you're not familiar with this tool, let me know in the comments. Bring your bets. Let me know what you want to look at. Ask me any questions that you have about the tools that I'm using. Props Madness is going to be the main one here. And if you do want to jump in, you can either get a free week using Props Madness, or you can use code LYB when you sign up, like David's showing you right there. And we'll get you 25% off your first month. So like I said, let me know about any questions in here. I've got my stuff scrolling on the bottom right here. You're going to see all the bets that I have. I've got like 5 down right now on the card, and I think it's 3 players and 5 bets. That's where we're at. I got 2 bets on 2 different guys because I just don't love what we've got going on right now in this slate that we've got. So let's kick it off. At least let's try to go in order as much as we can. We got the Cavs and the Pistons. Not a ton that I love there, but I'm going to just start and see what we got for any looks that you guys have in this one, because I want to kind of go game by game as much as we can. But considering the facts here, maybe we do just kind of take bets and go around the horn, see what we can get here. All right, let's just start with some of the first ones. I see you guys jumping in, so I appreciate you. What's good, Twitch? We got Kennard threes. Odds are good for him for how he was performing recently with this rotation on big games. Yeah, the thing about Luke Kennard is we were looking at his stuff. Let's just go to that Memphis-New York game. We were looking at his stuff without Ja Morant. He was sort of inserted into the starting lineup and then was getting a lot more minutes. The problem is going to be with Ja out there. So let me pull up Luke right now. He's only at 7.5 points. I believe you were talking about his threes as well, right? So if we look at the threes, it's got to be 1.5. I got to imagine. All right, we got 1.5 minus 140. So not much that we're looking at here. Whenever you're doing threes, it's really just how many threes do you think this dude's going to take, and then what percentage does he have to hit? So for me to feel comfortable about this, I'd want Luke to be taking 6 threes in this game if I could feel comfortable about that. Let's put him in here with Ja Morant and see what he's looking at when he plays with Ja in terms of threes. He's played 17 games with Ja, gone over 9 of 17. The best number we're getting here is like minus 140 on the legal books, or if you're using Pinnacle, you can get minus 138. I don't know if that's going to be a look. I'd have to feel really good that he's taken 6 of them. And when he's playing with Ja, let me just do that real quick and we can move on from this, because I don't know that I'm going to be betting threes for him. The points are low, but I just don't know how you can feel good about the minutes. Luke Kennard with and without Ja Morant this season. Let's just see if when he's playing with Ja, there's a big decrease in his threes. Not really. Still taking, but he's only averaging about 5 per game. I don't know that you can really feel too comfortable with him. This is a good matchup for spot up shooters. Actually, no, it's not. It's a better matchup for pick and roll ball handlers for the Knicks. They are dead last, limiting points to the pick and roll ball handler, which you can see down here under play type. And they are 5th best, limiting spot up shots. And that's really what we're going to be seeing from Luke Kennard playing off ball with Ja. So not going to necessarily go for that one. Let's see. We'll keep rolling. Honestly, let me see if there's anything else in this Memphis and Knicks game before we move too far away from it. What's good, everybody, too? Good to see y'all. Andre's in here. Nate. We feel green, Zach. We were feeling it. Austin Wop, always around. Good to have you, bro. Yeah, some Miles Bridges looks in here. We can definitely take a look at the rebounds always scare me, but we'll take a look at that for sure. What we got else in here on? Yeah, you like the Nate pick there. Nick Smith Jr. was one. He's only at 10.5 points. We got to at least look at it. I'll come back to it. I'm trying to see if we have anything else for this Knicks game here. So I'll be going through the comments, looking at that. If you guys do have a Knicks or Grizzlies bet, since we just started there, and that's where we got taken. Not seeing too much here in the comments about that one. All right, we can keep it moving. I'm just going to make absolutely sure here because we got a lot of y'all in here. I appreciate it. Goddamn, got a lot of these looks from you guys. Let's see. We're talking about Triple J, and then Mike, who's one of the VIP cappers that you'll see. He's got a bet on Jalen Wells. So if you are in the Discord, whether it's the free section or the VIP section, you'll see Mike with his own channel putting out some plays as well with some really good angles. He likes Jalen Wells tonight. And then, yeah, just good minutes for Wells for sure. Triple J is a look as well. I'll put both those up. He's great recently. Defensive focus should be on limiting Ja. I would think so. The thing is I think we're going to have OG on Triple J. And if OG, that's like maybe the best prototype of player to guard Triple J and give him the most trouble. So I don't know how much I love Triple J's points in this game. And then, yeah, Cat and we're looking at Cat battling mostly with Edie and then whomever else we can, because we're not going to have any. I mean, I guess maybe some Jay Huff. We'll have to take a look at that. Yeah, Bane is a guy I might be a little bit more likely to bet an over on in this one. He will be doing a little bit more of the on-ball work without Ja on the floor. Full disclosure, I did take Ja. I can't get away from it, man. It's speculation, but I'm gonna let you know right now. I took Ja on the points, rebounds, and assists. I just put it all together at 33.5. I got it at minus 105 on BetMGM, which it's still the same price there. I like the fact that Pinnacle is a little bit worse odds. But I got 32.5. Holy crap. So this moved. My bad. Damn, I didn't realize it moved that much. But, oh, no, I did get 33.5. I'm crazy. All right, so, yeah, sports bet, whatever. 33.5 is what I took. I just put it all together. I mean, the rebounds were getting a pretty good number at 3.5, right? It's just juiced all the way down. So I was happy to add that to everything. It was really the points and assists that I was looking at for him. It's speculation because he's going off at the Garden. That's really what I've got for you. Like, I need Ja to play 32 minutes for the projection that I have for him for me to feel good about him going over. And I just can't guarantee that he's going to play 32. I'm going to be honest with you. But I'm very confident that he is because of the fact that he's playing at the Garden. He's had some time off. He hasn't been back to back or anything like that. So if you give Ja 32 to 36 minutes tonight, like I got to believe that he's going to be going over in that amount of time based on what he's done in the season. And it's a good matchup for him as we were just looking 30th against pick and roll ball handlers, 17th versus transition. Like you can beat this Knicks team down the court and you can beat them as the primary ball handler against them as well. Cat is the one helping out in the pick and roll. He's just going to be barbecue chicken for whomever wants to go up. And that would be if he's running that with Triple J, then I could see those points because of how bad Cat is on defense, if we're being honest. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. I'll take a quick look at Wells and Bane. And by the way, I do think Josh Hart is playing. He's questionable. But like I've been saying in the pre-recorded episodes I put out at night, you're going to have to cut off Josh Hart's leg, and that'll keep him out of the game maybe. But all right, so for Desmond Bane, this has been sort of waffling back and forth, 17.5 points, 18.5 points. Our guy's on a heater for sure. He hasn't had less than 15 in the last like 12 games or whatever that is. And basically since he's been getting back up to 30 minutes because he had a little bit of a minutes restriction. So yeah, even in basically these last 10 where he's at 32. I mean, there was 23 in a big win, but every game that's not been a blowout, he's basically, or he doesn't foul like this Rockets game where he fucked us. He gets the minutes, right? And so this is not going to be a blowout. This is going to be an up and down game. It's got like a 245 point total or something ridiculous. So I feel okay taking some overs in this game. For Desmond, he's been diming up a lot, but let's see, 6 on 8 on 11 with Ja was in that game against the Hornets, and then 6 on 15 potentials. And Ja did play against Utah as well. You're not going to get as many assists. I mean, this is the 9th best defense limiting assists for the Knicks. So it does feel a little bit more like we just stick to the points for a guy like Desmond, if we're being honest. Don't even feel the need to get in there with the rebounds. I do think it's just like a points play at 17.5. I mean, if you give him, this is with Ja in the last 10 that he's played with Ja. If you just give him 30 plus minutes on the season with Ja, over 9 of 10, averaging 20 a game, up and down game. I think he's probably the forgotten guy. How many shots do you think he's taking? 15, 14. So he's probably averaging about 14 shots per game with Ja Morant. So let's do it this way. How about in the games that he's taken at least 14 shots? And let's do this let's do the last 20 games for Desmond, because he basically hasn't been playing normal minutes for up till the last 20 games. So points, what I want to look at here is this is using the advanced filters. I want to look at how he does when he shoots at least 14 times. And let's say we'll be a little bit conservative. Let's say he takes 13 to 16 shots, just to be a little bit conservative. So 13 to 16 shots for Desmond, up at about 20 points per game. It's just really that he wasn't getting used as much earlier in the season. So I'm feeling pretty good about 17.5 points. I think that's a look. I know I got Ja on the PRA. Man, I don't want to start just hemorrhaging points, but I mean, what's this total at now? All right, I'm gonna keep it moving. Let's put Desmond Bane down. Easy for me to say as a lean for a minute, and we'll come back to it because we got a bunch more to look at.
I think it's 242.
242 on the total. Yeah, 241, 242. It's a high total. I mean, it's opened high and it just went up. So I shouldn't be too afraid of taking points overs or just overs in general in this game, to be honest. And I feel we can feel pretty comfortable about Desmond Bane, 32, 33 minutes against this team. I do think he's going to be a look. All right, we got him as a lean for right now. I'm going to come back to it in a bit. We've got a look for Josh Hart as well. I just want to pull him up in the event that he plays, which, I mean, like I said, I don't know how you're going to keep him from playing. What are his boards at? Are they 9.5? Yeah, they're 10.5. We're getting a lot of control here, man. I mean, it's still a good rebounding team. 10.5 for Hart when he's playing with Cat. Let's just make sure that we've got Cat listed in here. He's been going off as of late. He's on his bullshit for these last 15, 12 games or whatever. So I could see it for Hart based on hit rate alone. He is, let's call him a small forward. Let's just look at team defense real quick and see where this team might be giving up rebounds. This is a very good rebounding team. So I don't know that you're going to find too many spots where rebounds are plentiful against Memphis. Yeah, they are top 10, limiting them to small forwards. If you want to call him a power forward, I guess. Memphis, a bit worse, limiting him to power forwards. He's his own type of archetype, man. That's just a high number for me, even for someone like Josh Hart. Let's get to a different one here. I'm gonna see about these comments and go through it again. We'll actually start to go through these a little bit more. If you got anything for Cavs, Pistons, let me know. And also, while you're here, go ahead and give that video a like if you have not yet done so. It goes a super long way. Much appreciated. We got a bunch of people in here, so let's definitely get those likes up. And then if you do want to subscribe to the page, I've got videos coming out each night before the night before to get you early looks, get some strong leans, and whatever else I have on the card, I'll put out in that video late night. If you do want to jump into the VIP and make sure you're not missing anything, a couple ways to do that. Get a free month by signing up for any of the books that are scrolling underneath me, also listed in the description of the video. Use code LYB. Send me a screenshot on Twitter or Discord showing me that you did sign up using that code, and I'll get you that free month in the VIP, up 52.5 units right now. So what's up, David? You had something?
No.
Oh, okay. All good. All right, cool. Let's go Cleveland and Detroit then. Anything that you saw from this game by chance, David, since there's so many comments to sift through? Anybody put anything up on that one?
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't.
I would look for Beasley.
Malik, yeah. Malik could be there. Tobias Harris is questionable, so there's something to look at there for sure with Malik. I mean, it's a defense that's worse against the spot up if you're talking about the Cavs defense for sure. It's actually not been very good over the last, I mean, they're on a 3-game losing streak, and basically over the last 5-10 games, they've been one of the worst defenses in the league, actually, which is crazy to think about. So you could still get Malik at 14.5, minus 125. But we all know if I bet on him, then he doesn't get it, right? Is kind of what the deal is. So for him, it's definitely shot attempts, and he puts up a lot of them in a short amount of time. The threes are at 3.5 for a reason. But I would say it might just be better to take the threes, because one way to look at this for Malik is I'm going to look at how many threes he hits, right? So I'm going to say he hits less than 3. If he hits 0 to 3 threes, how often does he get his points prop? Not very, right? So when he hits 0 to 3 threes this season, he's over in 2 of 19. So you might as well just take the threes for Malik Beasley, because if he doesn't get the threes, he's not getting the points. We basically established that. So now do we want to take him to hit 3 threes in this game? And I don't really know what to give you for even like his minutes are so out of control, like 30, 23, 25, 26. I guess if we can bank on like 25, let's do it that way. Can we bank on 25 for him? Let's give him 25 to like 28 for a minute. Just be somewhat conservative and see if that helps us. I mean, it's probably not going to be a bad hit rate. It's not great. 7 of 13, 3.5. Doesn't really help me. I don't think you can get many more on the minutes for a projection for him. So, all right, we got one from Giannis. Looking at, I think it's Giannis. Looking at Mitchell assists. So let's pull up the assists for him. I mean, they've been a little bit better. Darius Garland's been absolutely a little bit more, I would say, the man for this team as of late than Donnie has, who just disappears at the ends of games. I don't even know what that's about. 11 potentials to get 7 here, so pretty good looks. And then 3 assists, but he got 8 potentials against the Rockets. That's a tough team to dime up against too. He has been getting the potentials. I will say, like anywhere from like 9 to 10 potential assists, you're going to feel good about him getting 5 assists against a Pistons team that doesn't really give up assists. They're 8th best, limiting them. Let me look at what are the play types that you score on against them. Pick and roll ball handler. Yeah, you want to attack them off the dribble a lot more than the spot up. So that does make me nervous about taking assists for Donnie Mitchell, for being honest. But I do like the fact that he's been getting so many potential assists, honestly. Let's do it this way. Let's look real quick at opponent assists allowed. How has he done on the season versus teams who are in the top 10 limiting assists? Not as good, right? I mean, 4.2 over in 5 of 13. This is going to be one of those teams that is good at really, really good at limiting assists and giving up a little bit more to the points would be a little bit better of a play, but I certainly do not trust Donovan Mitchell right now to close games at 25.5 points on the season. What's he at? 23.8, like 25.5. It's a good matchup for his score type, but I don't like that for Donnie. I'm be honest. The assists I wish I could trust in the matchup is kind of the thing that's taking me away from the assists when there's probably better stuff. But nothing else too much. For Cade, it's a good question coming in from Jonathan Poe. I think it's Poe, like Leon, former Celtic great Leon Poe. Cade Cunningham. On the what tier? Let me know what you would think about Cade. Like when I look at Cade, I definitely like the matchup a little bit more for his dimes. You look at the Cavs, Jesus, 6th best limiting the pick and roll ball handler. They are 9th best limiting free throws. Those are his top 2 plays. He's scoring 50% of his points off of those 2 types of plays. And then 30th against the ISO, which is what he wants to do as well. But the spot up there, 20th, right? So the Cade dimes might be a little bit more of a look in a game that they are more likely to give up assists to the ball handler. 8.5 minus 135. That's not a bad. I mean, it's terrible juice. But the 8.5 is certainly beatable. I mean, he's averaging nearly 10 on the season. He's been diming up a ton lately. They haven't played this. Yeah, they did. Okay. In that game, 35 minutes, he only had 9 potentials. Took a ton of shots in that one, I bet. Yeah, 24 shots. Pretty much had everybody playing too. So, yeah, I think as I'm talking about, I mean, if he's going to go off on the shots, he did shot a really good percentage, but nothing there for me. It's a little bit too high on the Cade stuff, if we're being honest. Go Birds, J-Main. Talk your shit on those Birds, bro. They're going to be in there. Let's see. What's up, Jacob? You like the Osar stuff? Under 3s. So the thing about Osar is if he plays without Tobias Harris, we saw him get 30 something minutes in the last game. So what is the number for his 3s? Minus 234 though. Not sure I really want to mess with that. You didn't take any here. 1, 1, 0. I can understand it. The thing is, I do think he's going to get a few more minutes today. If Tobias is out. If Tobias is not out, probably just as good of a look. All right, this is what I need. Thank you, sir. Pirtle available to play with a stiff back. Olynyk ruled out, and then Agbaji is going to play. Okay. I thought Agbaji might be out as well, but I was kind of banking on that being the case. All right, let's get into that one then, because this is this game. All right, let's look. I mean, this game's not exactly full of studs itself, but let's at least get to it. Quick reminder again, go ahead and hit that like button while you guys are looking at it, and we switch over to Pellies and Raps. So we've got two teams that give up a ton off the assists in the paint. Let's look right here. The Pelicans are 29th against, let's see what his play type is, 29th in transition defense. They are 28th defensive rating, 29th limiting points in the paint. They are giving up the 6th most assists. They're giving up the 4th most rebounds. They're terrible, man. They're a sieve on defense. They're just awful. So you can get dimes against them. You can go ahead and get offensive boards for putbacks as well. I was looking at Scottie on the assists. I don't trust him. It's really about the matchup more than anything. I just don't trust him that much. It was 14 potentials over here. The problem is Davion Mitchell is playing. And when you put Davion Mitchell on the court with him, it kind of F's things up, if we're being honest. I'm going to pull up Fantasy Labs for a minute, because now that we know who's playing, if you have not seen me use this yet, this is going to show me who's on court, who's off court, and how well they perform. So I'm going to go to the Toronto Raptors. I'm going to put off-court IQ because we know he's not playing. And I think that's basically it, right? IQ, and then who do we just said that Kelly Olynyk was out. Fade Kelly O. All right, so Kelly O and IQ are out. And then on court, I'm going to put, we know we're going to be getting, I'm going to put Davion out there to see what that looks like. Davion, Dick, Pirtle, RJ, Scottie. That is 5 of them. So that, I believe, is going to be a starting lineup, unless they start Agbaji. But with Davion Mitchell on court, he's at 7 assists per 36. So that's what I was trying to say, is if Davion Mitchell's playing more minutes in this game, which he has been, then Davion Mitchell really eats into the Scottie Barnes assists. I would love to take Davion Mitchell assists in this game. I don't know how much I trust his minutes, because I don't know who he's like. He's normally out there for more minutes when he has to guard a really good point guard. Like when he plays the Hawks, he's going to be out there for more minutes to guard Trey, stuff like that. I guess for Dejounte or for CJ, yeah, he'd be out there for CJ. So I was actually looking and thinking about Davion Mitchell assists even more so than Scottie because of this. Now, if I take Davion Mitchell out and on court, I put Ochai. Where you at, Agbaji? If I put Agbaji on court with these guys instead of Davion Mitchell, now we're looking at 11 assists per 36. So that's the problem, is like there's a massive difference with how much Scottie Barnes gets assists when he's on the court with Davion Mitchell versus when he's on the court with Ochai Agbaji, right? And so Davion takes a lot of that playmaking out of his hands, and it becomes a lot more of them splitting the assists. So I can't bet on anything with that right now. I got to kind of wait to see what we get in the way of starting lineup. If they start Davion Mitchell over Agbaji, then I know they're serious about playing Mitchell more minutes, and then I can't bet on the Scottie Barnes assist. So there's too much riding on what seems like a really, I can't, man. Look, I was talking shit on the Raps when they didn't have their guys. Now, I mean, this is not a bad lineup. Plus, y'all been all right for the past, however many games. This is kind of crazy too. If we go to advanced and look at them, let's look at the last 7 games for this Raptors team, who's not bad in the last 7 games. If we look at defensive rating, Toronto's the 6th best rated defense in the last 6 games, bro. Your team is coming around because they got their players now. So I can't accurately talk shit on them to help you with the reverse jinx, my guy. I'm sorry, but they look like a lot better of a team, and they have not been playing that poo-poo a competition. So I'm certainly not ready to bet on the Pelicans this game. I'll tell you that. Can you put that up one more time? My bad. I want to see what Cody said. I was too busy talking. Dick over points, Scottie, Rebs, and Murray on the PA. Yeah, Murray's an interesting one too in this game because his points prop is super low. And there's been plenty of chatter about him taking more shots and the coaching staff publicly saying they want Dejounte Murray to score more. If he's available and he's good to go, you worry about him with he's got a injury to his finger. He's got something else on his knee or what. It's just 2 different injuries that I don't know if I can trust Dejounte is the problem. I do have 2 bets on Zion. If you saw those scrolling on the bottom line, now that Pirtle's playing, I like them even more because it's assists and rebounds combined. I got that for 11.5, really good money. Now you got to take it at 12.5. I said I would play this to -115 at 12.5. I still think you're good to take this on most books. If you want it for the rebounds and assists for Zion, that's a bet that I have in. He has been diving up a ton. If you look at him Well, I won't make you look at it again. But if you look at him on, we went over this on the other show. If you look at him on these NBA advanced stats, you see that he's averaging like 20 rebounds and assists per 36 minutes when he's out there with Murray and company. So I'm liking Zion on the boards and the assists. Did the rebounds go? Yeah, rebounds only went up. So yeah, I think you're still good to take the rebounds and assists 12.5. You're good there. The assist 5.5. There's no more four. There's a few 4.5s hanging around for bad money. So yeah, I think that's the play there. If we're talking about other guys in this one, so Grady Dick, I just don't trust with everybody back, man. If you look at his numbers here with Scottie, RJ, and without IQ this season, he's played 15 games, over an 8 of 15, averaging 13.5. It's like right on his number. This is a pretty strong competitive line that doesn't really give us an edge one way or the other on Dick. So we have no edge on Dick. So yeah, we can't get there with it.
What about Alvarado?
Help me out here. Interrupt me before I get on my roll.
I think Jose Alvarado points might be
Grand Theft
sneaky.
Grand Theft Alvarado. Let's see here. Did he disappoint us last game? I know Mike was talking. I call him other Mike now. Maybe I should just call him Michael Haddad. He was talking about Jose in the first quarter last game. I think he did get it. He had 2.5 in the first quarter. Hit his one shot. Or it was 1.5. So he hit that. But what's the thought there, David?
Just looking, the numbers low and the play tip analysis, I feel like a good matchup. And the shot chart looks good too. And I don't know, 6.5.
Yeah. So is he shooting from the corners? Oh, a little bit. Yeah. A little bit from the corners. Always like to take that. This seems terrible everywhere in terms of the Raptors defense. Oh, I just established that they aren't that terrible. Apologies. But if it helps them win for Cody, then yeah, they suck. It's the minutes. So he played 32 in a 31-point blowout, but 18 when it was a close game against the Grizz, 17. So I think we got to project him short of a blowout in this game for like a ceiling of 20 minutes and likely mid to high teens. So he's got some decent numbers despite playing low minutes. It's just, it's a bit, the margin for error is a little bit smaller. He's got to shoot a lot and he's got to hit a lot while he's out there, which look, when he's out there, their pace is like tripled. So it makes sense that there's gonna be more shots for him and for everybody when he's out there. I just don't know if I can trust the volume, to be honest. It's a great matchup, to your point, which is another reason though why like guys like who you can trust getting the minutes, right? Like Dejounte Murray, who play the same style, pick and roll ball handler, get out into transition, a few free throws. He's not shooting from the same spots on the court, but I mean, he's still taking his shots from up top where they are 20th. Yeah, I mean, that if you're basing it on like matchup, I'd rather go with the guy that I feel like I can get the volume of minutes from, basically. Yeah. And I'm pretty close to pulling. Like, if this is 16.5 on Pinnacle, so I can wait a minute on Dejounte Murray. Can you throw that on there as a lean for me, actually, David, for Murray? In somewhat using your logic for Grand Theft Alvarado, it's just the dude who's going to be doing similar stuff, but with more minutes. So let's throw Murray on over 16.5 points, minus 110. And the thing about the dimes, I actually have this in my notes. Let me pull up my notes so I can just get right to what I need. Stand by. Where's this New Orleans game? Come to me. Here we go. All right. So when we've got CJ McCollum on court with all these dudes, Zion, Dejounte Murray. I've already got this linked. I didn't want to have to go do it all over again. If you look at this right here, the 4 of these dudes, McCollum, Murray, Murphy, Williamson, have played 43 minutes together this season. In those 43 minutes, Murray's at about 22 points and just 4 assists. So when he's playing with Zion, Murray's actually been more of a scorer. And Zion's been more of a facilitator, like a drive and kick kind of guy, which has helped Murray. And also, like I said, the coaching staff has clearly laid out that they want Dejounte Murray to be taking more shots right now. So it's kind of why I'm going assists and even rebounds for Zion, who's at 21 or so, almost 22 rebounds and assists per 36, versus Dejounte, who's at the 22 points. I just think it's too low. I'll just wait a little bit on Dejounte. I don't know if this is going to spill down into 15.5, which if it did, I would just immediately play it. But I'll likely hit 16.5. So thanks for throwing that on there as a lean, David. Let me just see if y'all have anything else, because I do think the Murray points, and I don't feel the need to add the assists, even how bad we are with what's their names, with Toronto on defense, who, like I said, has gotten better on D. Let's see if we got anything else for this one. All right. We got a lot of stuff coming in from the earlier games. We got some new people in there, but we can keep it a buck here in a minute. All right. Let's I didn't see anything else from anybody in this one in the comments. Let's roll to a different game. Yeah, next game. Good call. All right. As I'm switching over, go ahead and give that video a like if you have not yet done so. If you want to subscribe to that page and throw those notifications on, make sure you don't miss anything. I've got opportunities to win a free or earn a free month in the VIP if you sign up for any of the books that you see scrolling underneath me here. Sign up. Use code LYB when you do sign up. Get all your free money, and then hit me up on Twitter or Discord at JL Boogie. I'll give you a free month in the VIP where we're doing a lot more. I want to give it one more time. Like, we've got all the plays up, 52 units on the season, feeling really good. Also have plenty of access to guest cappers and to one-on-one betting consultations. Finally got that organized so that we can start meeting one-on-one like I am with a few others if you jump into the VIP. So keep all that in mind. Let's go to we don't have anything on the Celtics Rockets injury reports, right? Nothing that would help us.
Let me double check.
Okay. Well, I just don't know that we're going to have what we need, which is like Drew, Horford.
We actually do.
We do?
So
Okay, cool.
Hauser is out.
Okay.
Horford is available to play, and Derek White is ruled out.
So White's out, Hauser's out, and
Horford available.
White Hauser and Horford is in.
Yep.
I just wanted to say White Hauser. All right, cool. So we've got one White out, one White in, and then Horford. No, both Whites are out. Derek White and White Hauser are out, and then Al Horford is in. Okay, all right. I kind of wanted Al Horford to be out, for being honest. All right, so for Derek White, are we just going to insert White Pritchard? I'm going to stop making that joke. Are we going to put Pritchard in for D White? Yeah, I guess we got to see who the lineup is there before I really get into that. The Derek White being off court stuff, I'll take a look at it real quick. So let me actually just look at it real quick. So if I go to Boston, and I know that I'm not going to have any Derek White, D White out, and Sam Hauser out. Take those dudes off court for a minute. Let's put on JT, JB, Drew, and Kristaps for a minute. Where are you at, Kristaps? There he is. Let's put those four on court, those two dudes off court. So what happens when these guys, basically what happens when the starters play without Derek White? So they've got like 58 minutes playing without Derek White this season where all four of the starters are on court. Kristaps be scoring. Jaylen Brown be rebounding. 10.5. That's probably going to be an edge there if we think that's accurate. And then 9 boards per 36 for Tatum. Drew's scoring a bunch. I mean, it's not that many minutes, but he's taken like a good amount. I mean, 13 shots per 36. Let's see. So rebounds for JB might be a starting point as well. I think he'll probably be matched up with Amin if that adds up. So we got JG, Sengun, Amin, Fred, and Villain Brooks all starting. So you got to put, probably on Amin. Let me think real quick about the boards. He's at 4.5 boards. That's crazy. That's gonna go up for sure. But I think the rebounds for JB are a look right now. I'm gonna keep that in my notes as they start bringing up, because we still got to wait on these on the actual lines to come out here. But let me at least leave myself that note for Jaylen Brown over 4.5 rebs. That's going to be a look. Let's see what the market does when those bets actually start to come out. Kristaps points 18.5. I think he can score against this team. I don't know. I mean, it's a fair number for him. I don't know how we feel about that. Is he still 5.5? First 4.5? Yeah, we don't even have the first quarter points for him yet. All right, let's come back when we have a bit more on this one, but we can at least work with what we've got now. Now that we know who's playing. So I'll come back to that one in a minute. Let's see. Let me see if there's any bets that lead me to something else here. Yeah, I'm in double for sure is a look. This is not a good matchup, but man, dude is hooping. Wait, we got a look here. J Main said that my bad, real quick. J Main said Peyton Pritchard B-Day tomorrow. Is that facts? Do we play the B-Day angle? They shot his shit up too to 13.5 points, didn't they? 12.5. All right, so we'll see what this comes back at. I mean, they definitely try to get it at 13.5 off the bat. Let's see, Peyton P. Yeah, we'll come back to this in a minute. Let's just get a few more lines up for there, but that's probably a good look. Now we got DD questionable for the Hawks. That's an updated tag, is that not? Did that come in recently?
Yes, it is. 1 minute ago.
Wow, look at we got detectives in the chat, man. Appreciate you guys staying on top of it. Wow, Dyson Daniels questionable ankle, so not like an illness that came out of nowhere. Ankle. What team does he play for? Where's Atlanta? Okay, so what are we doing with that? I've already got on. Oh, I haven't gone over this game at all. So yeah, let's get on this one real quick. So I've got Onyeka Okongwu on the dimes. I got this at minus like 110. It's still minus 125. I was actually playing a little ladder to 4 rather that I didn't get yet. And I also took the boards over 8.5 for him. A couple of things. I mean, he's been in the starting lineup now for 7 games for Onyeka. So that's part. I mean, he's getting much more than 25 now. We're finally getting to like 27, 28 minutes per game for him now that he's in the starting lineup. So I like Onyeka a lot. If you look at him, he's playing without Jalen Johnson and without Trae Young tonight. And if we look at that real quick, run and tell that. Let me pull up Onyeka. Damn, I need to keep this saved. All right. So if I'm looking at Onyeka real quick, I'm taking off court Trae Young and Jalen Johnson. I also don't know about Risa Shea or a couple other guys if they're playing. So we just have that Dyson Daniels tag now. But you take those guys off court, you put Onyeka Okongwu on court with who we know he's going to be playing with. Vit is going to be out there. And, I thought Dyson Daniels. Now we don't even have any numbers because I thought Dyson Daniels was going to be out there. This is going to be moot at this point. But our boy's at 14 boards per 36. He's at about 5 assists per 36 minutes when he's playing without JJ and Trae Young. He's running that high dribble handoff at the top with those guys, and that's working a ton. Vit is got to be a look because he's got his minutes cemented as well. Is Mark M in the chat? And we got plenty of people. We got Puggo in here. I saw Goatga was in here earlier. I think he mentioned potentially some Vit stuff. I got Vit in my mentions. Just 3 letters all day, every day. Vit is just coming at me, which is fine. I like this guy. I just haven't bet on him yet. The one time I did bet on him, fuck me. The assists are crazy. I couldn't believe this got juiced. I thought I was still sneaky taking Vit Krejci assists, but everybody's aware that, like, especially without Trae out there, he's been like the point guard for this team basically. And the other thing is that this is the actual point guard for this team. I'm waiting to see if Cade and Wallace. I know I'm all over the place, but let me try to summarize what I'm saying here. For the Hawks, I like Onyeka Okongwu to the moon today. Rebounds and assists, especially, I think you'll find a ton of value on those. That's number 1. Number 2 is I don't know if Risa Shea is in, and now we don't know if Daniels is in. So we need to wait for both those guys. But with that in mind, even if those guys are in, if Keaton Wallace starts, this dude in the one game that he started for this team against an awful defense in Chicago, we should be very clear, that is not Minnesota. Very much so the opposite. 27 points. What were his dimes in that game? 6 dimes, 12 potentials, played 38 minutes. Like I said, easy matchup. I don't know if you want to bank on that, but if we get like 3.5 assists as a line for Keaton Wallace, I don't even know if I care if he's in the starting lineup at that point, to be honest. So if we start to see lines for him, we'll be looking at his assists, especially potentially points, especially because, like, you know, who's going to be guarding him? Like Mike Conley? They don't know anything about this dude. Then Vit Krejci on the points. Do we take the points? Thing is, without Jalen Johnson this season, he's been awesome. So if I take Jalen Johnson out for Vit, I mean, 12 points per game. He's creeping over is the thing. And he doesn't really need the threes. I guess if he doesn't get the threes. No, I see, because he got 3 threes here. He just didn't get anything else. And the threes are at 1.5 right now, even at minus 145. That's kind of wild for Vit. That's pretty crazy. 2.8 per game without JJ. All right, Vit threes and points are. I've already got it written down. I just need to see what's up with the lineup for this team before I kind of get more into it. I don't know how to bet on the offense for Minnesota, man. I mean, Ant and Julius Randle, and then Mike Conley are all like getting 5 to 7 assists per game. I don't know which one's going to do it particularly in this game. If we're being honest, I don't know who's just going to randomly have more touches. So I just don't know what to do with that. I hate betting on Minnesota, to be honest. So we'll move on from that one. Let's get over to at least another game here. Let me see real quick. Got stuff I need to come back to. Do we have anything in Utah? No, because we need to see what the starting lineup is going to be for Utah. I think Isaiah Collier still starts tonight. So for those of y'all watching this, waiting on Utah, I think Isaiah Collier is going to be a play. I think he's going to start. We're not getting his lines yet because Utah, the books don't know who's going to start either. So they're waiting to put out more stuff. There's only 2 guys with bets up, and it's like Lowry and Sexton, I believe. So let's talk about this one. Go ahead and give that video a like as we switch over to Nuggets Bulls. Much appreciated. If you guys are getting anything out of the stream, looking at some of the stuff you guys got to in this one, as we get into here, let me look at a couple other for you guys. Yeah, just to answer one of these from the last game. Forgot where is that? Yeah, I don't really trust anything in that game. Let's just get into this one. Let's do Bulls, Nugs, and where do we start with this one? Giddey's probably still good for another mid-30s look here. That's one kind of potential starting point. Jokić on the triple-double, I think the best number right now is like -125. And if you look at Joker, I love the assist for him. What are they at? They're at 10.5 though, right? 10.5 -110 ain't bad. Yeah, Pinnacle's got it at +101. So you might be able to get a decent triple-double number. Basically, the triple-double number is just going to be because we assume he's getting 10 rebounds. Unlike this last game against Minnesota where he didn't, but obviously that was a complete blowout. Minnesota didn't miss. So he's got to be good they've got to be pissed. They just lost by 29 to their rivals in the division. They're probably about to take this out on Chicago. So for the Joker, I think the value's on the dimes. The rebounds 12.5. Does anybody have a better triple-double number than -125? Because that's what it was on DraftKings. So I'd love to get a beat on what that number is if anybody has one. Throw one my way. We could also pull up OddsJam. It takes fucking forever. So I don't really want to go there. But I guess I'm gonna, because I do want to see what the best number is here. Let's just go to OddsJam for a minute. Where are we at with the sportsbook screen? Let's go to NBA. Let's pull up. Let's do, where do we get triple-double from? Can I type in triple-double? Yeah, I can. Triple-double. All right. Can you please take me there? Let's see what we've got here for our guy. He's not going to have very good odds. Where are you at down here? I know there's a faster way to do this. That's Jovic, not to be confused with Jokić. Here we go. All right. What do we got for our guy? Where did you go? Past it. Come on now. All right. They don't even have it like such. Let me go to just do Jokić like I should have in the first place. And player triple. Okay. So you can get this at Unibet. It looks like you can get this at +105 on Bet365. So I'm basically just taking this for him to get 10 assists. Is that actually true on Bet365? Are they being that foolish? I don't think so. I have trouble believing that, but I already have it in here too. Yeah, no, this is -125. The no is +105. That's what I'm looking at. My bad. The under is the +105. Right. So -1, let's see a real book in the US. -120 on BetMGM is fine, I guess. -120 on BetMGM for the triple-double. You're basically taking -120 for Jokić to get 10 dimes, right? Feels pretty likely, if we're being honest. In which case, yeah, -120, whereas the 10 dimes, the 10.5 dimes, yeah, are -110. So you're getting a pretty good number for the 10. Yeah, that's the way to play it. Jokić triple-double on BetMGM, -120. I think we just have to bet that, like, against this team. Absolutely. So, yeah, that's a bet, right? I don't have a good reason not to for the Joker triple-double. I know we've been cashing that. All right, let's put it in. Let's do the Jokić triple-double. It is minus. I'm going to get this down as well. Hang on. Where did it just go? Did I just mess it up? Thank you. All right, Jokić triple-double, -120 on BetMGM, which means if you don't have BetMGM, the next best is going to be -135. I don't know if I can really offer that to people, to be honest. I mean, I'm going to hit that myself, but I don't even know if I'm going to put that out, to be honest, just because if you can't hit it at -120, I don't love it at -135. I'd probably just rather take 10.5 assists at that point, if we're being honest, for plus money, essentially, on Caesars. 10, 10, and 10 is not going to get you much is the problem. I mean, that'll probably still be like -300 if we're being honest. So that's definitely not going to be worth it. But the 10.5 on Caesar at +104 is just like a better number than anything. So yeah, I'll have to come back to that, but I can't. 20, 10, and 10. You got it for +120. That'd be worth it. That's crazy if you could really get that, because even when I put that in earlier, it was like even money for the 20, 10, and 10. Which is a lot of work, it's just like, I don't know if I want to put that much work into it at this point. Yeah, I think the Nuggets are going to win that game. I mean, it's on the road, so it's like not a lock by any means, but I do have them winning that game. This is what I'm saying. Like, all this stuff is priced at a really high number here. MPJ 15.5 points. I mean, you can get whatever you want against this team. It's going to be shit odds too. So it's not like there's like any kind of matchup stuff here, because they suck against everything. Actually, they're a little bit better against the spot up. I lied. So maybe they are playing a little bit better against the spot up. I just don't trust this defense in general. It's the transition stuff too. I don't get how they're 10th in transition defense. I don't care. They're still giving up fast break points and shit. Yeah, nothing was really talking to me. I guess Christian Brown was the look that I was considering strongly for this game. The rebounds were 3.5, even though they're juiced. Like, can I get that? It's being slow. Props Madness being a little bit slow. The points are 12.5, and Pinnacle's got it -117. We get those rebounds. -135 on Bet365. I mean, I like a guy who plays who plays in transition really well against a fast-paced team. If you look at Christian Brown, this is one thing that I was like, I think this is a thing where if he plays against fast-paced team, how does he do? So one of the best advanced filters here on Props Madness, you can go opponent pace and look at how Christian Brown has played against other fast teams like Chicago, who he's going to play tonight. So if I do this 1 through 9, 10 fastest teams in the league, how has he done? On the boards, averaging 4.7, over in 6 of 10 when he's playing the fastest squads. The points, a lot better. We also need to filter this like with Jokić, Murray, Porter, Russ, Gordon. I guess we got to at least put all those dudes in. How many games? 3 games. Still over, pretty nice. The points and rebounds, averaging 20, 16.5. Can I get this to load better? -115. The points and rebounds is what I'm looking at for Brown in this one. And if I just take out the opponent pace thing here, you like Murray assist, the Jamal Murray assist look from Amar. Yeah, I can take a look at that real quick. Yeah, I mean, when he's with these dudes, 17, I don't know. I don't have an edge on any of this stuff, man. Let's look at the Murray assist. So the Murray dimes, I mean, we have to take over assists on somebody versus the Chicago Bulls. We can't not. It's just finding the best value play here. So 5.5 for Murray. Let's let this load. 5.5 for Jamal. All right, here we go. Finally. So this is playing with everybody. He's at 5.4 when he's playing with everybody. 5.4 here. Let me see. It's just, there's nothing telling me to bet on any of this stuff. There's no info that's coming my way that I'm like, this is the bet. That's why in all these games, I still don't have that many bets down, to be honest with you. All right. Yeah, that sucks. And I mean, on the other side of the ball, by the way, these are the 2 worst teams giving up assists, right? Chicago is 29th limiting assists. Denver is bottom as well. Let's see what Crank Zone's talking about for Russ. Russ dimes. Let's see real quick what comes up. It's being slow. Come on now. All right, assists 6.5. You can get +1. You could get +135. Probably went down a bit. But Russ on the dimes, I mean, yeah, he's the type of dude that's just going to get out into transit. This is a total Russ game as well, for being honest. Nothing is sticking out to me. There's no edge when I dive deep into the numbers. There's no edge on any of this stuff either. So, I want to get as much as I can out there, but let's try. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to get to these bottom tier games here. Man, this one too. The Clippers defense, I don't want to mess with. This one, obviously, we always look at bigs. We're talking about the Wizards and the Mavs. We talk about bigs against the Wizards. So that would be Daniel Gafford. I don't trust that man, to be honest. I don't trust his minutes in a game that, like, I don't know if this should be a blowout. I don't know if it will be, but it should be. So let me see. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. Trying to see what y'all are asking about too. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we're on some of the same plays. I see people talking about Russ and Christian Brown, and then maybe Gafford or PJ over here. Look at PJ's rebounds. This is not a 10 rebound man. Like, just no. If I look at PJ Washington, this is just not. It's not going to be an EV bet over time to take him to do this. So no, I'm not taking anything with his boards. If we want to talk about the points, it's just I just don't trust this shit. This game is on complete blowout watch. The Mavs do against the they lost by 15 to the Celtics. Whatever. They're versus Washington at home, man. Yeah, this shouldn't be close, to be honest. And maybe some Jaden Hardy stuff as a result. That would be a dude that I'd be considering. I'm gonna need more lines to come out. So, all right. I'm just going to do one more real run through here. As I'm looking through some of these plays, go ahead and give that video a like if you guys have not yet. And go ahead and subscribe to the page. It goes a super long way, man. So if y'all are getting anything out of this stuff, help me out, helping you out. Hopefully we can people helping people kind of situation. So jump in there. If you do want to jump in the VIP, there's a couple ways to do it. We've talked about it, but the description of the video has the link that you need, up 52.5 units. You can sign up for some sports books that are all scrolling underneath me. Send me a DM. There's plenty of ways to do it. Make sure that you guys are checking it out. But if you do sign up for any of the books using LYB as your code, hit me up on Twitter and Discord. I'll go ahead and get you a free month in the VIP so you can see that right there. So just sign up for any of those books, deposit $10, get all your free money, and I'll get you into the VIP for a month and you can check it out. All right. Like I said, I'm literally just going to be doing a scroll through here, and then we got some. I got to just get in the bag, basically. Yeah, I do like Mark Williams boards. This is just going to be a quick run through. I like Mark Williams boards tonight. The Lakers are bad, limiting the center rebounds. I don't know if this got better at 10.5. Let me see real quick, because this is a 10.5 number for Mark Will for sure. I just don't trust the Hornets, man. I actually liked under 27.5 points for LaMelo, and then that got nuked. Down to 26. Let's see if his rebounds come up. All right, so rebounds 11.5. Pinnacle likes it the least. So that's been part of what's keeping me away from it. I might be betting the 11.5 though. Part of that's just going to be if it's just simplicity here, like rebounds on the season. Lakers giving up the fourth most to the center position, so there is a lot to be said for that. Just in consideration. But all right, that's going to do it for now. I will be back tonight with an episode for tomorrow's slate. So make sure you are subscribed to that page so you don't miss any of this stuff, and go ahead and throw those notifications on. We'll be back tomorrow like we always are, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll be going through some more stuff. Got 4 games on the slate tomorrow. Sometimes I like more stuff on a 4-game slate than a 12-game slate, especially because this is 11 games, because we don't bet on Nets games around here. There's just no point. But all right, best of luck to you guys tonight. Until I see y'all tomorrow, happy betting.